Welcome, my crafty creatures, to my enchanting crafting corner, where imagination meets reality. In today's magical episode, I'll be unleashing the power of Canva and my Cricut to add a touch of spellbinding charm to my elf wizard cosplay. Join me as we embark on a journey of creativity, crafting, and cosplay magic. This journey will be sure to leave you spellbound. I want to show you guys what the elf cosplay clothing pieces are looking like right now, and as you can see, they're pretty plain. Last year I remade them after kind of ruining them in the dryer, so the year before last I added some details to it and I wasn't really a huge fan of it, and this year I want to add some details. I want to try to keep it as simple as I can, but something that is also going to bring a lot to this. And some of the main areas that I want to focus on getting those details are along here, here, and maybe something along here as well. Maybe even doing something around the neck area. And then I want to put some details on here, front and back. I don't think there's anywhere else that I want to, but I want to kind of lay this out so that I can kind of see where I'm at. And then we can go over to Canva, where I'm going to try to get some designs together and hopefully create something nice. So let's go over to Canva and see what we can kind of create. To assist with creating my design, I snapped a few photos with my phone, which I then use as a reference to map out the intricate details. My aim was to gain a clearer visualization of the end result while working with what I had on hand. I managed to capture 3 distinct photos, which later served as a foundation for my work in Canva. As I delve into the design process, I realized I didn't have a precise concept in mind. What I did know was I wanted to incorporate elements reminiscent of filigree. After spending some time exploring Pinterest, I discovered that flourish was the closer match to the intricate details I sought. Armed with this term, I embarked on a search for the right detail elements. During the design phase, I experimented with different components, placing them intuitively, while others I simply appreciated for their aesthetic. Off screen, I played around with various compositions, refining my design until I achieved visually appealing outcome. I also made sure to integrate moon and water motifs, aligning with the water wizard theme of my elf character. Designing the border of the skirt proved to be a significant challenge. I aimed for a design that would be captivating both from up close and at a distance. Despite numerous attempts, I struggled to find the right fit until I stumbled across the design that truly resonated with my vision. With all the pieces of the puzzle in place, I decided to print the design to assess the size and accuracy. Additionally, I wanted to confirm that the design was Cricut compatible before committing to cutting it in vinyl. So I've gone through a lot from this point, and I've gone through a couple of different versions of everything. So this was the original design that I had, and then I switched it up just a little bit to go with this one. And from that last scene that you saw from me, I added some extra details. I added some moon details and then some water splashes, just to kind of bring in the whole part of this elf being like a water wizard. So that I wanted to bring those elements in there, and then I think I did a good job with adding those in there. And then when it came to these pieces here, the front and back, like very bottom pieces, nothing much changed there, but I did try to figure out the sizing that I wanted. So how I did that was just measured from here and then got the width that I needed, and then I just kept the length pretty much what it was. And I ended up getting a piece that is about 7 by 7, and then here I have an 8 by 8, but I'm probably going to cut that out as a 9 by 9 just so that it fits here a little bit better. So the thing that I had the hardest time with was this border here. I really liked the original design, The only problem was that it was just too thin and I didn't feel like the Cricut would be able to cut that out. So what I did is I went into my drawing app and created a thicker version of that. And then I did that as a 1" by 3" piece. And I liked the way that looked, but I felt like maybe I could go a little bit thinner with that. So I print out a 3" by 3/4 and then 3" by 1/2". And I just printed them all out so I could kind of see the sizing to know which one I'm going to go with. And though I like the 1/2" one, I think I'm going to go with the 0.75 or the 3/4" one, because it gives me the best look and everything. And then I can easily go around like this whole border of this. So I feel like I'm going to end up going with that size, and then everything else is good to go. So I think I'm finally ready to like actually cut this out in my vinyl, which I'm getting really nervous about this now that I'm thinking about it, because like this is it. This will be the final thing. But yeah, that took some time, and I'm glad I got to this point. And I did those different versions, and I did these printouts just so I could see what I needed. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited and nervous. I hope it comes out well, but I don't doubt that it won't look good. All right, let's get started. With the finalized design in hand, I proceeded to send it to my Cricut design space for precision cutting. Starting with the larger components, I carefully aligned them to fit a single sheet. This step involved a bit of trial and error as I determined the optimum settings to achieve the seamless cutting. Once I cracked the code, I commenced the cutting process, which admittedly took some time. The anticipation to witness the final outcome was electrifying. Alright, so I am not sure what happened here, but for this one, and then I had 2 other ones further down on the line over here that ended up messing up. But when I look closer, I see that for some reason it cut twice over all of it. So let me see if I can show you guys this. So for some reason it cut twice over each one of these. I'm not sure why it did that, but that ended up messing them up. But the rest of these came out pretty good. And then that one, it also cut twice, but the rest of them it only cut once. So I'm not sure why it cut twice, but that seemed to mess things up. So I won't be able to use those ones, but I think I can go ahead and do like a full sheet of this. So here's the weeding process of the smaller pieces, because I've already done the bigger ones. Now I use a piece of tape to kind of hold it down while I peel everything up, and I've already gotten this started, but I slowly peel away and then just make sure I use these little tweezers to lift up any of the pieces that are getting stuck in there. And I seem to be having some issues because the wheels on there oversected some of the cuts I was making, and I probably should have spaced this out better so that it wouldn't have this issue. But I also have a blade that I can use to help me. Alright, now that I have the outer layer done on all of these pieces, now it's time to start pulling out the inner parts that I couldn't get to. And I'll continue that for all the rest of them, and hopefully I should have more than enough with this here to get done what I need to get done. But we will jump to me ironing everything on, and then it'll be finished. So here I have the cutout, and I will say that this did not go as good as I thought it was gonna go. There was a couple of parts I messed up, and that was mainly because I just didn't cut all of this stuff out before I started weeding everything. But I was able to save majority of it. There was just this one part right here that got pulled off. I'm hoping that once I attach it, you won't really be able to notice it, because I didn't want to have to recut this all out and do that part again. Alright, so I've just cut off the excess, and I'm going to place it so that it's roughly about center. I'm going to stick it down a little bit. Should be good to go. And then I will put my pressing cloth on top of that, and we will heat this up, and hopefully everything goes well. There we go. Oh my god, that looks so good. It's so amazing. Look at that. Oh my god, there's no better way. Oh gosh, I'm so excited about this. It's not perfect, but it's way better than was. All right, so let's do the rest of this. Now here's the real test right here for these pieces. Hopefully they look good. I have just a few pieces to start off with. So hopefully we can get a good lineup, because this fabric is not straight. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited now. I'm so excited. Behold this masterpiece. Fully adorned with the meticulously ironed on pieces, these additions have truly taken this cosplay to an entirely new realm of awesomeness. The delightful dance between Canva and my trusty Cricut throughout this creative journey was an absolute blast. I'm eagerly anticipating the next opportunity to wield the newfound skill once again. I also want to celebrate the fact that this is the last costume that I will be working on before heading off to DragonCon.